All right, so the last couple of days have been pretty bullish for crypto. We've seen Bitcoin finally break its longest extreme fear streak ever, break back above the 200-week moving average, and we're seeing that Bitcoin has hit a 5-week high. So while many things are looking much better for the overall crypto market, there are a few things that we need to be aware of and just keep an eye out on if we're investing in the crypto market and you think that the worst is already in. So let's talk about it. First thing is going to be overall crypto market breaking back above that $1 trillion market cap, which is extremely bullish. It's a key psychological level for investors and institutions, and it's a great thing that we have seen the overall cryptocurrency market cap reclaim that $1 trillion level. So now we're at 1.05, and we'd like to see it stay above this over the coming days. Next thing that we're seeing with Bitcoin is that we have seen that Bitcoin has broken the longest extreme fear streak in its entire history. So Bitcoin was in extreme fear for 73 days, 73 consecutive days, and this was the longest we had ever seen this happen. So the good news is that now we are back in the fear territory, just back in the fear territory, and we have finally broken that 73-day streak of being in extreme fear. Typically, this is what we see when the market is turning around, and we could be seeing the beginning of the next crypto bull market. But there are a few things just to keep an eye on, because yes, this data looks good, but there's a couple of things that are pointing we may have not reached the bottom yet. And you guys know from all the previous videos, I've always said we were close to hitting the bottom, if not already hit it. That whole time we were at $18,000, $19,000, $20,000 per coin. I was continuing to say that, and a lot of you guys were saying, no, the bottom was lower. We're going to keep dropping. But either way, a lot of indicators had pointed to the bottom. So there's just one more thing I want to point out. The only thing that we could see that may bring Bitcoin lower. So obviously we have overall economic conditions with the Federal Reserve and interest rates coming up in the next 2 weeks. But when we're looking at data, most of the data says that Bitcoin bottom is already in. We can look at previous data and see that when Bitcoin's price dropped to $17,000 per coin, there was massive amounts of volume. A lot of people lost money, sold at a loss, and that was the capitulation event. That is what it looks like. So that was the first thing that indicated that we looked like we were at the bottom. Other thing is that we have seen a downward trend on this adjusted SOPR. So that is the adjusted spent output profit ratio, which is something that we like to see when we are starting to reach the bottom of the market. So both of these indicators, along with many others, pointed to the fact that we were at the bottom. I want to quickly interrupt today's video to bring you a word from our channel partner, Boss Agora. Boss Agora is a decentralized, self-evolving cryptocurrency that is built on trust contracts and an embedded decision-making system called the Congress Network. Simply put, this project is a project enabler that focuses on building an open and decentralized blockchain. Boss Agora is the first ICO project in South Korea since 2017 and is a public blockchain platform that aims to make the world better by doing two things. The first is going to be by creating a whole new financial environment, an environment that basically ensures convenience and security. Second is that they're making a better world by contributing to the SDGs set by the United Nations. Recently, Boss Agora has announced the launch of BizNet, which is a DApp specialized network optimized for establishing business ecosystem. BizNet has been designed with the goal of high versatility from the beginning, so it's built on the Ethereum blockchain. And the cool thing about this is that they have a number of companies and products that are already interested in working with them, from NFT minting and trading, DeFi services, play to earn NFT games, move to earn projects, and many more. Not only this, but BizNet already has its first use case already in the ecosystem, and when Boss Agora launched a limited 1,000 NFT collection on a crowdfunding company called Crowdy. I definitely think this platform is worth taking a look at, worth checking out. So make sure to check out their Learn to Earn event in the description. It'll let you have a chance to win 250 BOA tokens through learning about Boss Agora and BizNet. This event is running through July 2022, so just make sure to check out this event down below using my link. Let me know your thoughts on this platform and on this ecosystem, and let's get back to the program. But the one indicator that still says there may be a bit more downside in the market, which we just need to be aware of, is going to be with this Bitcoin, seeing how much time that Bitcoin is below the realized price. So what we're seeing right now is on this chart, days below realized price. Historically, in previous bear markets, we have seen that Bitcoin has remained below this level for an average of 197 days, where it's spent below this realized price. That's where average person who's holding Bitcoin, they are in a loss. We usually see that last for 197 days, but in this period, it was only 35 days. So if we're looking at historical averages, it would say we should be below the realized price for Bitcoin for another 160 days or so, about another 6 months. But that is really the only indicator that's saying we haven't hit the bottom already. So as I've said in previous videos, I'm very bullish on crypto. I'm continuing to think that we already have hit the bottom, but just keep an eye out on this, because while this is a historical trend and we can't base everything off of historical trends, which has been blatantly obvious over the last few months, it's just something to keep an eye out on. Other couple things going on in the market is going to be with Polygon. Polygon has officially launched a new solution, new scaling solution to help further cut down its costs, increase its efficiency and speed, and this is called Polygon ZK EVM, Zero Knowledge Ethereum Virtual Machine, which is said to be the first Ethereum compatible scaling solution that uses cryptographic method called zero knowledge proofs. Essentially, easiest way to think about this is that it has three main properties. It helps with scalability, security, and Ethereum compatibility. It makes everything more efficient on the Polygon network, and this is something that is very important for the future of Ethereum, because we all know when more people use Ethereum, gas fees go through the roof. It gets to be ridiculously expensive to mint NFTs, and with Polygon rolling out this new solution, it's going to be very, very crucial for future of NFTs, dApps, and more so just utility in the crypto space. So this is something that is very bullish, and why we have seen Polygon's price rise significantly, up over 60% in the last 30 days. Next thing I want to talk about is going to be with Mike Novogratz. Mike Novogratz came out in a recent interview and says that Bitcoin is still on track to hit $500,000 by 2027, so within the next 5 years. He says how we've seen a lot happen in the crypto space in terms of institutions being liquidated, and a lot of negative news come out, but despite all this, we're still seeing big institutions interested in crypto, interested in blockchain technology, and continuing to invest. And because of this, he thinks that we're going to continue to see mass adoption and growth all across the world over the coming years. Just, in cycles. It always happens where we see prices rise, everyone gets really bullish and fear of missing out, and FOMO, they all want to pour money in. Now we're in that period where it's crypto winter, people are scared and have a little bit of a lot of fear because of what has happened with Voyager Digital, with Celsius, with all these institutions, with Terra Luna. So just keep an eye on that. But either way, long term, he's still predicting that we will see $500,000 per coin for Bitcoin by 2027. And he thinks that Bitcoin is ultimately just better than gold entirely because it's easy to transfer it. It's more accessible than gold, and it's simply just a digital gold that is so many benefits in terms of accessibility, transferability, efficiency than gold. Last thing I want to talk about is going to be with what is going on with the U.S. government and NFTs. So the U.S. government officials now must publicly declare any NFT holdings. Recently, they had passed a bill that said that any U.S. policymaker that owned crypto could not be involved in voting and deciding on cryptocurrency bills. Now they've added to this by saying that any government official that owns an NFT must report it. So whether you look at this and say that it's bad or good, ultimately what we're seeing is more involvement from the government, which is going to help institutions and give peace of mind to institutions. It's going to get more of them involved. So whether it's good or bad, doesn't really matter. The good news is that we are seeing more government notice and involvement in the crypto space, which is ultimately going to lead to the big money players getting involved. So that's what's really going on in the market. Things are looking a lot better. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.